Everything I've said so far can be called domestic policy. Now we can address its counterpart, foreign policy. Government must establish a country with recognized geographic boundaries and defend them from breach by outsiders. As government must use force only in retaliation to assist the individual in the protection of his rights, government must use force only in retaliation to protect the country from hostile neighbors. The soldiers of an enemy country need only be recognized as potential violators of rights. It is justifiable for a government to annihilate an enemy army for the same reason it can eliminate a shopping mall sniper. Soldiers attacking from outside the country must be regarded as criminals. When no threat exists, government must leave all other countries alone. When citizens are traveling to friendly neighboring countries, the governments must agree which one will provide protection. In order to perform its functions according to law, government requires a number of distinct mechanisms. Mechanisms are needed to examine the needs of society and to create law, to ensure that the laws are followed exactly, to settle disputes between individuals, to take the side of the individual in any dispute with the government, to install and remove government employees, to collect, store, and disperse funds. These mechanisms are distinct enough that a separate branch of government can be created for each one. The Constitution must specify that these branches will exist, that each one is to resist encroachment and usurpation by the other branches, that no branch may delegate its tasks to another branch or to any individual outside government, and that any branch that detects another branch acting out of conformance with the Constitution must initiate legal action against the employees who were responsible. Our current government has only 3 branches, but in my view 6 would be more appropriate. Legislative, executive, and judicial, of course, but also an ombudsman, electoral office, and treasury. The legislative branch must create law, the executive branch must enforce the law, the judicial branch must settle disputes, the ombudsman must represent the individual before government, the electoral office must conduct elections, install and remove officers. The Treasury must collect, store, and disperse funds. What I hope you got from this video is that a constitution spells out for all to see that a government has been created, that it will not bow to any other, that its task is to protect inalienable rights using physical force, and that it is absolutely prohibited from using that power for any other purpose. In future videos, I'll examine in greater detail the necessary functions and policies of a proper government.